Hey kids, Mr. Snyder here. So today it's going to be a two-part video for our video lesson, and I'm going to start out here in the gym. I'm going to do a little bit of a workout for you guys because I know some of you have been asking me to do another workout video where I do kind of like a circuit training with you guys again, doing some push-ups, some planks, some things like that. I'll go over the muscles that I'm using, the parts of my body that are being engaged and not engaged when I'm doing those exercises. And then I'm gonna take a little break and I'm gonna go out into the public and do a little exercise as well. Today's exercise, I have a cool one planned for us, and I will let you know what that is after I do my exercise in the house or in the gym. So for you guys, you can do it at home, do it in your bedroom, in the living room, in the basement, wherever you want to do it that you're comfortable. So this is a good rainy day exercise if you can't get outside. And if you can get outside and you are able to go somewhere, mom and dad have the day off and can take you somewhere, then the second part of this video, you're going to stay tuned for that, and we can go check something out later. So let's get into our exercise. All right, kids, so our first workout, so we're inside. If it's raining outside, you can't go outside for the day, or you just aren't able to go outside because somebody's home to watch you outside, here's what we can do. So I'm gonna start out getting my blood pumping and my heart really going to get my heart rate up, which then in turn helps my muscles to build muscle and get stronger as I work on those. So let's get some jumping jacks to get our heart flowing. We're gonna start out, let's do 25 jumping jacks. Ready? Go. All right, good. So that's 25 jumping jacks. Now the point of a jumping jack, gets your heart rate up, it gets you your body warmed up to go into other exercises. You don't want to do them super fast. You want to kind of keep them slow and controlled. The slower and the more controlled, the better you're working your muscles. If you're just rushing through them, doing 25 as fast as you can, it's not going to help your body as much as it does if you do it slow and controlled. So remember, when I start out, my hands are by my side and my feet are together, and when my arms come up, my feet go apart. So let's do our 25 jumping jacks. If you didn't do them while I was doing them, take a moment now to do them. All right, so as you can see here, I have a chair. Just any normal chair will work. I have a folding chair because that's all I have here in the gym. But if you have a dining room table chair, maybe you have a folding chair at home in a closet or something, or you can do it on the couch, we're gonna do some tricep dips. So our tricep muscle runs down the back of our arm, and when you put your arms behind you and lower yourself down and then push yourself back up again, it's gonna be working your tricep muscles. So your tricep muscles are anytime you're pushing and sometimes pulling, but most of the time when you're pushing out, you're working on your tricep muscle. So you're pushing down, pushing out towards your chest, pushing up above your head. Tricep muscles are being engaged. But if you're pulling, you're working on your bicep muscle. So if you're pulling up, pulling towards you, so you're like curling your arms towards you, it's gonna be your bicep muscle. All right, so get into a tricep dip, looks like this. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna sit in the chair, but rather than put my bottom in the chair, my hands are going along the edge of the chair and I'm gonna hold myself up. The further I put my feet out, the harder it's going to be. I'm gonna lower myself down, bring myself back up. Now, each time I do this, I'm working on my tricep muscles, but if I keep my core nice and tight, I'm actually working on my core and my leg muscles. All right, let's do 10 of those. Ready? Go. All right, good. So there's 10 tricep dips using a chair, and I could feel it in the back of my arm and in my shoulder area. Again, if I keep my core engaged, I'm working on my core muscles because I'm holding myself off of that chair, lowering myself down, raising myself back up. You might feel it in your legs. because you're holding yourself up with your legs, but most of your arms are doing the work. All right, good job. Give those a try. All right, so as you can see, I kind of slid the chair out of frame a little bit. It's not directly in the center because I'm gonna have my body more spread out. So we're gonna do some decline push-ups. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that same chair, as long as it's stable and sturdy and it's not gonna slide or move around on me. I'm gonna put my feet on it, and then I'm gonna put my hands on the floor. So I'm gonna kind of be on an angle. And I'm gonna do push-ups. So when I'm doing those, my decline push-ups are actually making my muscles work harder than a regular push-up. But as we know, push-ups use all of our muscles. They engage all of our muscles in our body because everything has to be engaged to keep it nice and flat and level during a push-up. So now that we're inclining it or declining it a little bit here, our shoulders and our chest are gonna do a lot more work as well as our arms. So let's get into it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna put my feet on the chair, lower myself down. Now you can see my hands are about shoulder width apart, and I'm directly over top of them with my chest. All right, I'm gonna go down, back up, down, back up. Keeping my back nice and flat and straight, and I'm gonna do 10 of them. Ready? Go. All right, excellent. So I've done 10 push-ups, decline push-ups. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of a rest, get some water, and move on to the next exercise. All right, kids, so now that we've gotten our decline push-ups done, I'm gonna flip us around a little bit. Now, don't have to do 10 or 15 or whatever I choose to do in my video. You can do less, obviously. You can do 5, you can do 3, you can do 2, whatever you're able to do and you're capable of doing. The right format and keeping your body in the right position, then that's gonna be what's best for you. Don't try to push it. As soon as you lose your form, your muscles aren't working the right way and it's not actually helping you. So do what's best for your body and keeping the right form, and then slowly work up to be able to do more. So the next one we're gonna do, I brought the chair a little bit closer, and I'm gonna do an incline push-up. So rather than my feet be on the chair, my hands are gonna be on the chair. So I'm gonna hold on to the edge of the chair, I'm gonna extend my feet out, I'm gonna try to keep my back as flat as I can, and then I'm gonna lower myself down. Simple, easy. This is gonna work my tricep muscles a little bit more, and I'm really engaging my core to keep myself tight and straight. So let's do 10 of those. Excellent. So we finished our 10 incline push-ups. So my hands are high, my feet are low, keeping my body on an incline with my head up, working on my chest, my back, my shoulders, really, really well on this, as well as my core. So I did 10, I did them very slowly. Make sure your chair that you're using isn't gonna slide out from under you. I don't want you smacking your face on the chair or falling on the floor. So if you need to, put it against a wall. Use a couch that's bigger, it's not gonna move. But try not to slide it while you're doing your push-up, because I don't want you to fall and get hurt. So give those a try. They're incline push-ups. We'll move on to the next exercise. All right, kids, so we've done our incline push-ups and our decline push-ups. As you can see, I moved the chair out of the way. Now we're gonna do some regular push-ups. We're gonna focus on keeping our back flat and our body using the proper form. So chair's out of the way, we have the whole space now. I'm gonna get down on the floor, keeping my back nice and flat, hands flat on the ground. My hands are directly underneath of my chest, about shoulder width apart. We're gonna do 10 regular push-ups. Ready? Go. All right, so we did 10 regular push-ups. So we've done incline push-ups, decline push-ups, now our regular push-ups. And really the regular ones are still working on your core, your chest, your shoulders, and your leg muscles. So really a full body workout, just like I said before, to do our regular push-ups. Now, you don't have to do them super fast. Do them slow and controlled, keeping your form the proper way. It's gonna get those muscles engaged and get them working a lot better than if you rush through them. So go ahead and give them a try. You don't have to do 10. You can do 2, 3, 5, however many you feel comfortable doing in the proper form. And then we'll move on to the next exercise. Go ahead, give them a try. All right, so we're gonna move on. We've done a lot of upper body strength training here, doing push-ups in 3 different ways: the incline, the decline, and then the regular. So now we're going to do a seated bicycle kick. So we're gonna sit down in our chair. We're gonna hold on to the edge of the chair and bring our knees up towards our chest. Now, it's kind of hard to tell, but my bottom is towards the middle of the seat and I'm holding on with my hands, keeping my feet raised off the ground. Very similar to our seated twist on the floor where we pick up our legs, but now we're just gonna pretend that we're riding a bike. And we're gonna ride our bike for about 20 seconds. Go. Excellent. So the seated bicycle kicks, you're gonna feel them in 2 places. You're gonna feel it in the tops of your thighs, right kind of in your hip area, and then you're gonna feel it in your lower back and your hip area. So the seated bicycle is gonna work on those areas in particular, but also your core muscles, because you're keeping your bottom towards the center of that seat and picking your knees up towards your chest, and your feet are actually floating in the air. You're not pushing on any equipment to help hold your body where you are. So you're using all of your core muscles to keep it nice and tight and keep you in place on that chair. So go ahead, give those a try. I did them for about 20 seconds. You can do less, you can do more. If you're gonna do more, make sure you pause the video and we'll move on to the next exercise. Here we go. All right, so we're on our last indoor exercise. So it's gonna be a quick workout today, not anything crazy, but I'm gonna do one standing up, working our core muscles and our leg muscles. We're gonna do high knees, and we're gonna do them for about 25 seconds. Now, you can do them longer, you can do them shorter, but again, this is gonna be our last exercise for indoor. Then I'm gonna take a little break, stop the video, and we'll get outside and we'll take a little bit of an adventure together. So here we go. High knees is gonna work our legs as well as our core muscles. So keep your hands out in front of you and then get ready, start. High knees, bringing your knees up to your hands. You're basically running in place, but bringing your legs up higher than you need to. Really working on cardio here, as well as your core and your leg muscles. All right, good. All right, so I can feel that my heart's up a little bit. My heart rate spiked from 104 beats per minute to about 130 beats per minute, which is good. It means I'm working a little bit harder. As you can tell, it's trying to catch my breath. But try that, give that an exercise to go. High knees, about 20, 25 seconds. See how many you can get in there. And then we're gonna get outside and finish out our workout. All right, guys, go ahead. Hey kids, Mr. Snyder here. So I told you the second half of today's lesson was gonna be an outdoor adventure, and here's what I'm doing. So behind me, you can see that there's the Summer Point Bridge, or the Great Egg Harbor Bridge. There's the sign for it. I'm gonna do the walking path across the bridge. So across the bridge on this sign, it tells me it's a 1.5 mile walk. It takes about 45 minutes to walk from one side to the other, it looks like. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna check in on my watch and see how far it actually is and how long it takes me. If I get too cold, because it is windy, look how rough the water is behind me there. If it's too windy on the walk, I'm just gonna have to run a little bit and maybe cut it short, but we're gonna get started. So, all right, I'm gonna get into it and I'll let you guys see how it goes along the way, see how long it takes me from start to finish, and about how far it is. The sign says it's 1.5 miles, but we'll see how far I can make it. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so I am heading across the bridge. As you can see, the power plant's right there behind my head, and I'm loving it. I mean, this is a great trail. It's got a nice path for if you're riding your bike or walking. It's a little noisy with the cars, but they got this nice fence here to protect you. And really cool thing, I actually just ran into one of our friends at school's dads doing the walk here. Says he does it every day, so shout out to him for getting out there and using this path and exercising and staying healthy. And I love when I see people that I know out there doing things, active, staying fit. So shout out to him for using the bridge and stopping and talking to me for a little bit. But I'm on my walk and here we go. All right, kids, so I made it to the other side of the bridge, and now I need to travel all the way back down the bike path or walking path alongside the bridge to head back to where I parked. Now, it took me a little over 22 minutes to get here, and it was 1.5 miles to the other side. So that means that I have to walk 1.5 miles back across the bridge. I might jog a little bit this time to see if I can pick up my pace. But a nice brisk walk got me to the other side in 22 minutes. So, great walk, awesome place to go with mom or dad, aunt, uncle, grandmom, whoever you want to go with, whoever's able to take you. Bring your bike, walk, scooter, whatever it may be. It's a great path to do, it's safe, and it's got a great view here. Right there, there's the power plant in Beasley's Point. And today was a little windy and a little bit rough, but any other day on a nice day, this would be an awesome walk. I still had a great time doing it today, so I'm sure you will too if you come out here and give it a try. So, all right, let's head back. All right, kids, I made it back to the side where I started. There's the sign from the beginning. I had to take my hat off, I was getting a little hot, but it took me 43 minutes to get back from one side to the other and back again. So 3 miles exactly, and 45 minutes on the sign. It took me 43 because I jogged a little bit of the way, but if you got 45 minutes at a time to take this walk or bike ride, I totally suggest it. It was an awesome time. The path's really cool. You can see really neat stuff off the bridge in the water or over that way. Great way to stay active. Again, it took me 43 minutes. That's 43 minutes of my 150 minutes of physical activity for the week. So what a great way to get out and stay active, do something different. And honestly, it's right down the street from most of your guys' houses. It's right here in Beasley's Point, right at the Little Egg Harbor Bridge. So get out there, stay active, and do something you love. See you guys later.